Hey, how you doing, folks? It's Rich Guz with Hard Knock News. I want to say thank you to Forever Freedom for hosting the live show last Sunday. I really appreciate it, Randy, and thank you to everyone that was listening in and taking part of it. Guys, we talked a little bit um, about using your voice and basically trying to um, do what the left always does. Basically, what they do is they will pick on one person and they just attack, 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 like Sean Hannity, Bill O'Reilly. They've been hammering conservative type people, um, patriotic type people out here that, who are talking the truth. They've been just hitting us for years, silently, um, and now going after top brass. Guys, um, one of the things I think is very important is with all the Comey drama and all that, and you saw today, hopefully some of this shit will start dying out, okay? But forget about, everyone's forgetting about something that's getting ready to take place, and that is the Supreme Court here in the travel ban. The Trump administration is trying to expedite it so that it's heard very shortly. And we got to talk about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, okay? She sits on as a justice, and this piece of crap justice, who is a lefty liberal fruitcake, okay, has come out publicly and basically broken tradition. Supreme Court justices, they're not supposed to do things like this, folks. These people are picked to serve for a lifetime, and these people have a lot of power. And the left has infiltrated the Supreme Court with people like Ginsburg, okay? Um, this lady needs to recuse herself from partaking in any judgments that have to do with the travel ban. Okay, that's just common sense. This lady hates Donald Trump, and she has said some very nasty public comments. And the most recent comment that really concerned me that she recently said was, she didn't know. She came out publicly and said she didn't know why people were allowing him to get away with not showing his tax returns. And she's a Supreme Court justice. It's not a stipulation for the Constitution. It says nowhere in the Constitution that a president must hand over his tax returns for everyone to see. He's required to make basically a detailed financial statement, and basically it's more detailed than a tax return. Everything, you learn more from what he really turned in than the tax return, so-called tax returns, what that means, and it's just basically a bunch of bullshit, and you know that. Okay, but this lady should not be sitting on and making a decision. I mean, it's just completely wrong. So what do? Pick up the phone and call the Supreme Court. Call the Supreme Court in D.C. and you demand to speak to somebody and you voice your concerns. Okay, you tell these people that you have heard public statements from Ginsburg over the past about President Trump, and she has basically really showed herself to be someone that's not capable of serving on the Supreme Court. And you just give your concerns for whatever reasons you want to give. You can look up some of the things that she said, and you can make your own determination from there. But I think that if we use our voices together and flood the Supreme Court and flood Congress and Senate, make those phone calls to people that really should be known that you have too many concerns with this lady actually presiding over the travel ban. Okay, um, like I said, by calling Congress, by calling the Senate, and by calling the Justice Department. I mean, the Justice Department you could call, but by calling the Supreme Court, the main thing is flood the Supreme Court with phone calls. But you should make other phone calls to, like I just said. So, folks, America's in your hands. It's up to us to take part and do the things that we should be doing all along. Our parents should have been doing this. Our parents should have been paying attention. Even our grandparents. Okay, everybody just basically went out and they worked their asses off and they just trusted these people beyond more than they should have ever trusted them. And with all that trust that the American people, our family members, our friend, we're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. But there's a time to take a stand because the time to do something right is right now. Okay, you can no longer just sit back and do nothing. As much as you work your ass off, and your time is very limited because you're constantly freaking enslaved to this whole system here. You're still pretty damn free right now. Living in America is awesome, folks. Don't ever forget that. Okay, we are Americans, and the thing about being an American is, you don't really give a fuck what someone's religion is or where they go to church or anything like that because you do that in private. That's your thing. You want to go to church, you do your thing, man. What people do is what they do. But when you're together with this person, you create a conversation. You don't care. I mean, we don't. America's never been a country where we fought about all this shit. I mean, we've even had Jewish people, that have lived in this country and alongside Palestinians, and they get along. Look in New York City, man. I've seen these people interact, man, and it's only through the recent years, through Obama and the end of Bush, after 9/11, man, everything changed, guys. Everything changed. We could bring it back, though. You got to pay attention. You have to get involved. You just can't sit back and watch videos and get pissed off and make comments on videos. You got to get involved. If you want to fix the country and make sure that President Trump has the best chance possible to trying to get us back on track again, then get involved. This petty shit over, oh well, Trump's the, you know, it we're too divided. Think about what's going on. You can see what they're doing to Donald Trump. You can see it with your own eyes. You just got to start admitting it. You got to admit it to yourself. You have to admit the truth for once. Um, this guy is being slandered left and right. It ain't right, man. He needs the respect. He is our president. All right? Get involved. All right, guys. I love you all, man. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.